Hi everyone, welcome to a new video where actually we'll try to access the Autodesk Forma and see the capability that might actually help us when we work as a group and how to start a project as well. So firstly, it's important, to have an Autodesk account. Okay, so if you don't have it, try to make one. If you have it, okay, you can go to the Autodesk Forma site from here, or sometimes, okay, you can actually, once you create your account, to go to the product and services and access the Autodesk Forma. Both will give you, the options to go to the Autodesk Forma. It's important to mention if you are using an university email or education email, you will have a free access. If you are using your personal email, you might jump to the home version, okay, as a trial. That will give you like but around 1 month, 1 month access. So actually, sometimes you can access Forma, okay, from here, like as you can see here, Forma building design access, or again you can access it, okay, from there. Forma, it's not a software to download. So for example, so that means, okay, you need just to have your access and the internet, which is really good because if you are using Windows operation or Mac operation, it will not be a problem. Okay. And as you can tell that we have Forma for building design, Forma for site design, Forma for data management. Maybe later, okay, or another video, I can go more in detail, okay, about that one. So let's do actually access to the Forma. If you actually did your account correctly and there is no problem, things should go smoothly and you will go and jump to your hub. Again, it's important when you actually make the form account to make sure that you are using the university email. So this is actually how the form look like. Mine a little bit different because I have already some project, okay, I was working before. You can see that, here you can actually create a new project, okay, or if you have a project, you can create a new site or new detail building or new port, okay. So for example, okay, if you are students, obviously, firstly, you need to create, or you're a group of the students, you need to create like a project. So actually, you can, give a name for this project, okay, and do create projects. So in this project, you might start adding a new member. So actually, you can add all the your colleague members to invite them to this projects. Because later that will help you when it comes to work, in the board. So anyone you need to invite easily from here, you can actually click on invite members, and actually the members will come, okay, to your projects. And once you do that, you will find that we have site design, we have building design detail, and we have the board collaboration. Let me now actually go to like an example where I had some stuff already done. So for example, if I go to the board, okay, here, once you click on the board, this is from one of the project I was working with my team about it. See, the good thing about board, it's actually open a big free area where actually everyone can paste, communicate, and you can see actually all the members here in the projects. Like you can add all their names here, and you can actually start, copy and paste, like anything. For example, here we were discussing about, some stuff in the projects. You can just copy paste it here easily. You can, for example, if something has been added, okay, to your Revit file or Forma files, for example, this is something we have done in Revit file. when you add it here, if someone doesn't have Revit, he or she, they can actually access the project without the need for Revit or any other tools, okay? Because they can actually see exactly what's happening here and the stuff that related, okay, I mean, to this one. Because in the board, you can, as I mentioned, easily copy paste anything. You can put the figure. Okay, you can, so actually you can create either later, okay, you can create your representation from here. You can put your stick point, and start adding, like your note. You can, type whatever you want to type here. You can, make, your comments. So it's a great actually opportunity, and you don't need to save anything. Whatever you do here, actually, it will be saved. You can actually start, edit and work on the presentation. So that will help you later to represent what you are doing. And if we jump here, okay, we have option called site design, the data management and images. So as I mentioned, you can upload images from here. Okay, so whatever images you can upload. Data management, okay, here you can access any Revit file or InfraWork file. So from here, and actually, yeah, you can add that file, okay, to the project. Okay, so for example, if I need to add any file, if that file has been uploaded there in the data management, okay, I can just access that file and select that file. After that, okay, the file, it will be here. So if anyone of my team cannot have access to this file, or maybe he or she doesn't have Revit or stuff like that, okay, so then they can actually see the file from here. Apart from that, you can actually also go to the site design, okay, from here. So actually, if I go back to the Forma, so again, you will have that board option, but also you have the site design option. In the site design option, again, you need, I mean, to select, the projects that actually you are working on, and once you select the project, you will have access to something called you are dealing with Google Map. You can actually go here to any area you're interested in, and keep zoom in. Once you see this rectangle, that means okay, right now you can actually easily create, and confirm the map area and create the projects for this one. So what will happen here? They will create the Forma will create an existing condition, okay, where you can see everything there from the building and stuff like that. Obviously, that takes a little bit of time because it is based on the internet connection. But the good thing, once it's there, you can actually start thinking about your conceptual design. You might also start, building several perspective or add like stuff for the analysis to understand the existing condition when it comes to the sustainability, the lighting, the wind, anything, even sometimes to related to the operation. Obviously, in the Autodesk Forma site design, we are dealing with the massing model. Okay, so it will be like kind of uh, conceptual design more than a detailed one. Okay, but obviously it will help later to go in more detail and use another platforms like Revit for the design. You can actually, you can select whatever information you need to add. For example, I need to add the building information. So you can add the trees, you can add the road, and once actually already okay, it will start, like appear okay, in your data here in the 3D. About again, this is like a cloud information, so a little bit it will take time to start like showing here in the model, so we can see now. See the roads actually has been added, the trees has been added. We are still waiting for the building because still actually it is downloaded, But once actually it's added, okay, you can actually see how the things will look like as a 3D component. I can show you another. Yeah, see now. Yeah, so now we can actually see how the existing this is actually in the Sydney CBD. We can see that the Westfield Tower is actually a little bit clear. Here actually you can see part of the gardening. Okay, so so more or less, you can actually have the existing the existing condition, for your project, okay, ready for you here. Sometimes if you are happy with this one, after that you need to start your proposal. You might actually jump here and send this to Revit, especially if you are using Revit 2025 or 2026. But if you want to also, you might actually start like working and like doing some design for some areas, okay, and like for example here, like you might start thinking about this. I need to do something like this, and actually here I can control the options, how many floors do we have, uh, the height, okay, because it has some AI capability, we can do that. If we change this, it will be changed as well. So you can see like how things are happening. Okay. And obviously, if you don't want anything from this one, okay, you can actually, like do and create, like your basic building, as you want. Okay. So, and as we tell, okay, like everything here looks like as a massive model. And from here, we can actually have done several analyses like for the lighting, for the wind, for the noise analysis, for the solar energy, okay, carbon and stuff like that. So for example, if I jump in this one, and say run analysis, uh, it will actually take a little bit time. Once the analysis is ready, we can actually see the impact, okay, of the sun hour analysis, okay, on the surrounding, and that's actually sometimes it's important when it comes to the conceptual design because it helps when you start thinking about sustainability, perspective. If I need, I mean, to show you something different, if I go to the building design, still you will have the same existing condition here, but like actually, you will have more option when it comes to design. So actually here you can select that if you are doing a generic building, residential, office. So for example, if I do a residential here in this area, does that make sense to have residential here? But just as an example, student. We can see that here now we have more details, comparing to before. Okay, we can also like play with the percentage, okay, of the facade of the windows, okay, and stuff like that. So you can tell that we have more detail comparing to what we have before. So that give us more kind of controlling, I mean, to what we are doing. So this is, I mean, the main difference here that you can actually start, for example, knowing the number of units, number of rooms, the area, okay, here. So it's actually you try to be more specific, when it comes to your design. Here actually can go with windows, wall design, windows, the doors, the balcony, the elevator, the columns. For example, if you go to the elevator, okay, you can actually enter the floor number, okay, and actually here you can start, seeing, the elevator location and stuff like that, you know. Because this is actually it give you like a 2D plan for the project. Okay. Also here, like we can add stairs, we can add columns, we can actually draw balcony. So for example, if you jump here to this area, just as an example, okay, and after that, close it. So you can actually now go to another, like another level, you know. So whatever the level, okay, you can actually add the item for that one and work in that one in the way that you can actually make the process more detailed. Now, if we go, for example, here, we can see the daylight analysis. So we can tell that in this area we don't have problem. However, in this area we have a little bit problem when it comes to the daylight analysis. Okay, so that will help us, for example, when we start thinking that maybe this area it will be for like wet area or something like that, where we don't need much lighting. Okay, here actually we can see the balconies, that actually we have added, you know. Also, we can see the facade depth. This is really good, it gives you, a good understanding, like what you can do, okay, with your building, okay, from different perspective of the project. We can also check the sun hours, and we can actually make it for facade, windows, and roads. So here, see this area, we have a little bit problem in this side. This one's in the middle, this one is good, this one is good. Obviously here we'll have problem because the shadow that comes from the other building, but still is better than this one. I guess, because even here there's another, building is actually covering, the view, okay? And we can check that in the facade, in the windows, or actually from, like up perspective. Okay, like as when we have the BV panels or stuff like that. So again, okay, like you can play with your model, okay, and try to create more stuff, with the model, either using the design detail, okay, or even, like I think going you can actually export it, okay, to the Revit from here. You can actually import the the Revit file, or even if you're doing something in ArchiCAD, but it should be in IFC format. So you can actually have it in ArchiCAD. After that, convert it to the IFC format, so you can actually insert it here. You can share this, with any of your team, okay, if you want. And obviously, like here, we can back to the design option, and play with the design. Again, format, it's a big thing. It is not just, you can do a lot of stuff here in the format. In fact, if you here actually you can do some cost analysis. Here actually you have added an extension. If you go to the add extension, it will open an app store for the Autodesk, where actually you can connect Forma with a lot of another tools. And most of these apps actually are for free. Some of these apps might help when it comes to rendering your projects. That could be something good. I guess one of them called Evolve Lab. This is actually a good one. If you need to do more design, you can actually go to the Finnick, okay? And again, there is a lot of options where you can connect what you are doing here with other platform. If I go back to the format again here, we have like the site design, building design, and board. If we need to have that data management format, you need to apply for another access, because that will give you an access for something it was called Autodesk Construction Cloud. Sometimes in the education access, maybe it will not be fully free, but at least board and site design is free. But for that one, if you manage, to have it, it will help you to, for example, to a learner, they can use the same Revit file on the same time. But at least, here in the board, okay, all the team, they can actually comment, they can put their design, they can put their idea, what actually they were doing on this, on the same place. From for as I mentioned, from the design perspective, but obviously everything should be within, the project, or even from the design perspective or data management perspective, because you can link everything you have done, okay, and make it all in one place. So when it comes to represent your idea in a presentation or with your team, okay, you don't need actually to do a presentation. You can easily actually open everything here and demonstrate what you have done, okay, as a drawing, or maybe as some writing. You can actually put, some links here to open it, and all the explanation. I think this is a good way, to start help, to how actually we can work as a group. Hopefully, this video was helpful, and I will see you in another video in the future.